up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, Steady's Driving Mobile Auto Repair. We got a 2009 Nissan Murano today. It's a tune-up. We got spark plugs, valve cover, engine and cabin air filter. We got a transmission fluid change and an oil change. So without further ado, guys, let's get into it. Alright guys, here's the 2009 Nissan Murano. I believe it applies to 2008 to 2012 Nissan Murano, and also some Maximas in that year range. But this is just a DIY slash little entertainment video, whatever you take it as. So we're just removing a few of these 10mm bolts to get off this beauty cover after we remove that air duct. And I'm being careful not to pop off the bolts while I pop off the beauty cover. Now let's get at these ignition coils, 3 10mm. After the 10mm for the ignition coils, I almost forgot to undo the negative battery cable. That's another 10mm. So now these coils should just pop right off. But sometimes when you pop off these coils, the rubber boot on the bottom likes to get stuck in the spark plug well. So when that happens, don't use pliers to fish it out. Just use some super glue and stuff it back in. I know it's kind of cheesy, but once you stick it back in and let the super glue dry, the ignition coil should bond right back on the rubber boot and it should pull right out all in one piece. So now I have a little plastic clip. I hope you guys could see with this bad lighting. Now I just disconnected this spark plug connector. And here's another connector for the camshaft sensor. And there's one 10mm for the camshaft sensor. After that, I'm going around the perimeter of the valve cover and just removing all the bolts one by one. So you can fast forward this part. There should be around, I don't know, maybe 10 or 12 bolts. Then I had this 10mm on the right side to free up, to give me more slack on that wiring harness. Also on the bottom there's another one, and also there's a clip right there. I just pulled it out with my pliers. Now I should have done this first, but now I'm removing that 10mm that fastens that air intake boot on, and the air intake should just pull right off. Now I'm just continuing removing all the perimeter bolts for the valve cover. And there goes a little plastic connector for the wiring harness. Now, I didn't really show it that well, but this is a PCV valve hose that connects from each valve cover. And now the valve cover is free to move. So now I'm going to start on this whole intake plenum. It's going to come out all in one piece. I've seen a few people remove the whole evap system, but it makes it more complicated in my opinion. I've done it before on a 2009 Maxima, but this method is a lot simpler, and the whole intake manifold comes out with the evap system all in one piece. So now I'm just going around the plenum and popping off any little connector or hose that I see. And I got a 10mm nut, bolt on the left side holding in this purge solenoid. And now this throttle body takes a hex socket. I think it was a hex 5. But yeah, just go around. I got my flex head ratchet to make it a little easier to crack the bolts off. There's 4 bolts holding in that throttle body. So then I just zipped them off with my electric ratchet. And you can just flop it to the side and leave it like that. Now it's kind of hard to see, but there was a hose. I'll show you when I take off the whole plenum. There's a hose on top that I disconnected. And now I'm zipping off the mounting bolts for the intake manifold. So the 2 outer fasteners were 10mm nuts, and the rest of them are 10mm bolts. Now as you can see, when I took them off, there's 4 bolts in the middle and 2 nuts on the side. Now this whole intake plenum should be free, other than this plastic little clip. And I wanted to pop off this manifold a little bit to access this other hose on the left side. And I'll show you it right now when I take this plenum off. There is another pain in the ass bolt to get to in the back, but the guy who repaired it previously didn't put it back. But anyways, these are where the two hoses live, the ones that I didn't get on camera. They were right there in the back of the manifold. So now I'm just tucking in my t-shirt to cover these valves. But yeah, same process. We're just gonna zip off the 10mm bolts on the ignition coils and pop them off one by one. I'm not gonna show all the spark plugs being replaced, because I feel like that's pretty self-explanatory. But I'm just showing one spark plug here and how easy it is to get off. These are 14mm sockets, by the way. They're not the 5/8 sockets. But now I'm just popping off this bank 1 camshaft sensor. And now I can separate this PCV valve from both valve covers. And I would just buy one of these just to be safe. If the car is real old, it's definitely gonna crack. But after you remove the whole perimeter bolts of the valve cover, they should pretty much pop off. And a little tip is with the wiring harness back there, I just zip tied it to the firewall pretty much to get it out of the way for when I'm removing and installing the new valve cover. And now I'm just summing it up with the valve covers. Just clean up the mating surfaces and add some RTV where the old RTV was. Now I'm moving on to some quick cell phone videos. There goes the throttle body gasket and the intake plenum gasket. Here goes the old and new engine air filter, crispy as can be. There goes the cabin air filter. And the transmission fluid just takes a 3/8 ratchet, I believe, to drain out the old fluid and remove that bolt. And last but not least, here goes the engine oil filter and that 14mm bolt to drain out the engine oil. Now just refill everything to the proper levels and you should be good to go. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.